Hello and welcome to Drinks Limited London. Please meet Mark, a line manager from Drinks Limited in the UK. And Peter, the Global Mobility Manager from Drinks Limited in the UK. He is responsible for all assignments and business travels within Europe. Also please meet Lizzie, the HR Manager from Drinks Limited in the UK. She is responsible for any HR topic for the UK staff. And Rito, the HR Manager from Drinks AG in Switzerland. He is responsible for any HR topic for the Swiss staff.
Hello Lizzie, here is Mark. I am the line manager of Tim Miller, who needs to travel to Zurich. He needs to be in Zurich for 2 to 4 days every month for the next 6 months.
Hi Mark. Do you know by which entity Tim is employed, and whether he had been already to Switzerland this year?
He is employed at Drinks Limited in London, and was already for 10 days this year in Switzerland.
Okay. Let me make a list of the facts and what we need to check with the Global Mobility team.
The employee is Tim Miller and he is employed at Drinks Limited in London. He already spent in 2021 10 days in Switzerland and shall go in addition for 2 to 4 days per month for the next 6 months. In total this will add up to additional 12 to 24 days. And the questions we need to clarify are the following. Can we already book the flights as well as are there any COVID-19 restrictions? Above all, we need to clarify whether he needs a work permit, where he needs to pay social security contributions and taxes, as well as whether there are any other aspects to look at.
Hi Peter, here is Lizzie. I just send you the facts and questions about Tim's next travel to Zurich. Can you help me with this?
Hi Lizzie. Sure, I will get back to you shortly. Hello Andrea. I have just forwarded you a new request for someone coming to Switzerland. Please let us know what needs to be done.
Hello Peter. Nice to hear from you. I will check on it and get back to you shortly. The first step is the assessment regarding Social Security for Tim. Based on the fact that there is a Social Security treaty between Switzerland and the UK in place, Tim can remain in the UK Social Security system during his business trips to Switzerland and will be exempted from Swiss Social Security liability. The next steps are to request the certificate of coverage in the UK to prove that he is subject to UK Social Security liability and to check on the UK health insurance, whether the coverage is sufficient.
Hi Rito. Here is Peter from the Global Mobility team in London. I have a question about the Swiss taxes. Actually, it is more about the economic employer principle in Switzerland regarding a UK employee who will go for 12 to 24 days to Zurich to meet with his team and work on a project. Is this applicable? Can you help me with this and also with the immigration part, or shall I ask CONVINUS?
Hello Peter. Please ask CONVINUS as these kind of situations are quite complicated.
Okay. I will do.
So, here as the step 2 we have the assessment regarding taxes. Based on the fact that there is a double tax treaty between Switzerland and the UK, we need to check on the 183 days rule. As Tim will be less than 183 days in Switzerland in the calendar year, there will be no salary be paid out in Switzerland and the cost will also not be charged to the Swiss entity. There is Swiss tax liability. In addition, the criterias regarding the economic employer principle, or in Switzerland the factual employer principle, are not met. The result is that he remains fully subject to taxation in the UK and there is no Swiss tax liability. Due to this, there is regarding taxes nothing to be done. And, here as the step 3 we have the assessment regarding immigration. Based on the fact that Tim was already for 10 days in Switzerland and will spend another 12 to 24 days in Switzerland, we will need to request a work permit. This can either be a 120 days work permit or we can do the notification process. The next steps are to run the salary calculation to get the Swiss equivalent salary and then to determine which permit shall be applied for, as well as applying then the permit. Due to this, there are the following to do: running the salary calculation and then applying for the work permit. As the work location in Switzerland will be Zurich, we need to use the tool Salarium, who can be found on the website gate.bfs.admin.ch. In the system we will need to indicate that Tim is 42 years old and has 12.5 years of services with Drinks Limited with his current position as manager. He also has a MBA and his current monthly salary is £6,800, which is converted to 8,636 Swiss francs CHF. And here is the result of the calculation. So, the important numbers from the salary calculations, which show us the Swiss equivalent salary, are the lower quartile at 8,447 Swiss francs and the median of 9,462 Swiss francs. Tim's salary amounts converted to CHF is 8,636 Swiss francs. So, if the notification process shall be applied for, the required Swiss equivalent salary is 8,447 Swiss francs. As Tim's salary is higher, he does meet this condition and therefore no additional payment is required. So, if the 120 days work permit shall be applied for, the required Swiss equivalent salary is 9,462 Swiss francs. As Tim's salary is lower, he does not meet the condition. The monthly salary difference is 790 Swiss francs, which we get when deducting 8,363 Swiss francs from 9,462 Swiss francs. And on a daily basis, the salary difference is 36 Swiss francs and 50 centimes, which will be calculated by using the monthly difference of 790 Swiss francs divided by 21.66 days. For the determination which type of work permit shall be used, a difference of both needs to be made. When using the notification process, there is no salary uplift to be paid. The process time will be 2 to 3 working days and a pre-notification time of 8 calendar days needs to be considered. The difficulty is that the effective, exact work days have to be notified. The administration is quite high and there are arising problems with the notification of the exact dates in case they change. When using the 120 days work permit, then there is a salary uplift to be paid. The process time will be 3 to 6 weeks. The permit is then valid for a 12 months period and allows Tim to work for up to 120 days. He is fully flexible with his travels and does not need to provide the exact dates up front.
Hi Lizzie. Here are my answers regarding Tim's travels. Please wait until we have the permit regarding his flight bookings. At the moment there are no COVID-19 restrictions, but we need to check on it prior to his travels. A work permit is required and we can either apply for a 120 days work permit with a process time of 3 to 6 weeks or do the notification with a 8 days pre-notification period. For the 120 days work permit a daily salary uplift needs to be paid, but if we go for the notification, then no daily salary uplift needs to be paid. He can remain in the UK social security system. We only need to request the certificate of coverage and should check on the health insurance coverage. Further, he remains taxed in the UK and there is no Swiss tax liability. In addition, the cost for food, travel and accommodation in Switzerland need to be paid. Please let me know if you have any further questions and how you would like to proceed. CONVINUS will then request the permit and the certificate of coverage.
Thank you for taking the time to watch the Business Traveller video. If you have any questions about global mobility, please contact us by email or phone. The CONVINUS team is always happy to answer any questions. Please visit us at convinus.com.